Hi, I'm Julia Zichello. I work at the American Museum of Natural History in the Education Department. I teach evolution and genetics. One of the women that inspires me is Rosemary Grant, who is an evolutionary biologist at Princeton University. She has undertaken with her husband one of the longest term studies of Darwin's finches on one of the islands in the Galapagos. And their data set is one of the most elegant examples of natural selection in a wild population. They measured and tagged finches for 40 years, and because of that, and also looking at environmental data, they saw natural selection in action. So they saw these populations changing over time. And this is something that other scientists have theorized about, but it's really sort of an amazing example of this to see it in a wild population. You can only get to that level of resolution with a lot of patience and tenacity to do that type of work. So when I was finishing up my PhD on primate evolution, I was working on the references, which is a less glamorous side of science, a really important part, but sort of tedious, making sure I have everyone's name spelled correctly and in the right place. And I was in my apartment for many days, and I decided, I was thinking about some evolutionary questions. That was an exciting diversion for me at the time. And I decided I would email Rosemary Grant to see what she thought of my question. And I emailed her, not really expecting to hear back, but the next day I heard back from Rosemary Grant, and the first line of her email was, "That is an interesting question." So that was inspiring to me to finish my dissertation, and her research is just inspiring in general as an evolutionary biologist.